Hollywood may be hitting a new low in the 2016 race. A-list actor Will Smith appearing to call for the country to purge itself of Donald Trump's supporters, or at least of their ideas.
He's a Hollywood actor. He's not accountable to the American people. He doesn't have to be politically correct. He doesn't have to, as somebody like Donald Trump say, have to mind what he says. Here's the thing. This is not to defend what Will Smith said, because that's not my job. He can say whatever he wants. So the idea that kind of actors mouth off about political candidates is not a new story. I don't really know why we're giving it time to.
What happens when the Fresh Prince takes on the king of Twitter? We're about to find out. Will Smith just dropped a truth bomb on Trump, and the fallout is nuclear. From Hollywood to the White House, everyone's picking sides. But the real question is, whose team are you on? And more importantly, what does this celeb showdown say about the state of our politics? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Remember when Will Smith was just the guy who made us laugh and punched aliens? Well, now he's throwing verbal jabs at the biggest alien of them all, Donald Trump.
In terms of Islamophobia in America, you know, for me, that's why it's important to show up. And as painful as it is to hear Donald Trump talk, and as embarrassing it is as an American to hear him talk, it's like I'm in Dubai and I'm having fun and I'm tweeting and I'm showing pictures. Hey, it doesn't look like they hate me, does it? You know?
Our favorite Fresh Prince has gone from Bel Air to the political square, and boy, is it getting spicy. Will Smith, once known for his goofy grin and catchy rap tunes, has found himself smack dab in the middle of a political firestorm. It all started when he called Trump an embarrassment during a press tour. Talk about dropping a bomb. Suddenly, Smith wasn't just fighting aliens on the big screen, he was battling real-life trolls on Twitter. But Will didn't stop there. Oh no, he decided to take his show on the road, all the way to Dubai. Now, some folks might think Dubai is just a playground for the rich and famous, but Smith turned his trip into a political statement. He showed a different side of Muslim countries, one that doesn't fit into Trump's narrow worldview. It's like Smith went from Men in Black to Man in the Middle East, and he's not afraid to speak his mind. Of course, Trump's supporters weren't too happy about this. They started calling for boycotts faster than you can say, getting jiggy with it. But guess what?
I think it's good. We get to hear it, we get to know who people are, and now we get to cleanse it out of our country. So I'm going to take shots, and I'm not going to hit them all because I'm going to be trying really wild, aggressive, creative things.
We've been on a huge promotional tour, and we will try and ask you at least a few authentic.
I feel like at this point in my career, I've earned the right to fail. So, you know, some of them will be critically acclaimed, some of them will make money, and some of them will be Wild Wild West.
Hollywood rallied behind Smith like he was the last helicopter out of Saigon. It's like the Fresh Prince effect. Suddenly, everyone's talking about changing perceptions of Muslims, and Will's leading the charge. Who would have thought that the guy who once rapped about parents just not understanding would become a voice of reason in American politics? It's like he went from Wild Wild West to Mild Midwest overnight. But here's the million-dollar question. Can Smith handle the heat of the political kitchen? Politics isn't exactly like filming a blockbuster movie. There's no director yelling cut when things get too intense, and the critics are a lot meaner than movie reviewers. Plus, let's be real, Trump isn't exactly known for pulling his punches. He's more likely to tweet insults at 3 a.m. than invite you over for a nice cup of kafef. Well, folks, it looks like our tweeter-in-chief couldn't resist firing back at Will Smith. I guess when you're the president, you've got nothing better to do than pick fights with Hollywood stars, right?
He says that the country needs to cleanse itself of Donald Trump's supporters. He's going after the supporters.
I spent 2 weeks in Europe 2-3 weeks ago, and I got to tell you, when people talk about U.S. politics.
And he knows that going into it. He knows full well. He's been around long enough that he knows if he puts his neck out there, not only for conservative causes, good deal of bravery for someone like that to put themselves out there. I don't think he should necessarily be surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, I've seen it happen over and over again, and that's why Republicans in Hollywood have secret meetings.
Trump's thumbs must have been itching something fierce because he unleashed a Twitter storm that would make a hurricane jealous. The Donald decided to take a swipe at Will's movie career because apparently that's totally relevant to politics. He tweeted, "I guess when you're scraping the bottom bottom of the insult barrel, you take what you can get. Oh snap, Trump referenced Wild Wild West, because nothing says I'm a serious politician like bringing up a 20-year-old movie flop. Maybe next he'll critique Smith's rap career. Parents just don't understand. More like presidents just don't make sense. But hold on to your popcorn, folks, because this Twitter drama is turning into a full-blown Hollywood blockbuster. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, everyone's favorite muscle-bound teddy bear, jumped into the ring to support his buddy Will. The Rock tweeted, "Proud of my boy Will for speaking truth to power. Fresh Prince for president." Now that's what I call star power. Can you imagine a Smith Johnson 2024 ticket? The campaign slogan writes itself. Can you smell what the Fresh Prince is cooking?
They don't advertise them. They meet among themselves and discuss.
We've had some of them sit right here on this couch and tell us that.
And they will deny.
And they have secret handshakes?
Says that she's going to leave it. If Samuel Jackson, if Miley Cyrus says that she's going to move to Canada or New Zealand, it's like, go ahead, but don't say that you're going to purge or cleanse the country.
I mean, I think there's a lot of that going on everywhere. I mean, you talk to people all the time who say they're trashing Trump, and then they're saying, I'm embarrassed and I'm not going to tell anyone that I'm voting for him.
Of course, not everyone in Tinseltown is Team Will. James Woods, the conservative actor who's never met a right-wing conspiracy theory he didn't like, decided to throw his 2 cents in. He called Smith a Hollywood hypocrite. Ouch, James. Did Will forget to invite you to his last pool party or something? Meanwhile, the late-night hosts are having a field day with this feud. Jimmy Kimmel, never one to miss a chance to roast Trump, quipped, "Trump versus Smith is like a battle of the egos, but only one of them has talent." Ouch. I think Trump's gonna need some aloe vera for that burn. Maybe he can borrow some from his spray tan guy. But here's the kicker. Trump's Twitter tantrum seems to be backfiring worse than a cheap firework on the 4th of July. Will Smith's social media following is skyrocketing faster than you can say Bel Air. Turns out getting insulted by the president is great for your brand. Who knew? Well, folks, it looks like we've got ourselves a real-life reality show playing out in the political arena. Will Smith versus Trump. More like Fresh Prince versus Grumpy Trumpy. But let's be real, while we're all enjoying this ridiculous spectacle, maybe it's time we put our popcorn down and actually do something. Instead of just tweeting about it, why not show up to a town hall meeting and give your local politicians an earful? Or better yet, get involved in some community organizing. Trust me, it's way more effective than typing angry comments on Facebook. And hey, if you're feeling really ambitious, why not fact check those wild claims flying around? Someone's got to keep these politicians honest, and it might as well be us regular folks. Come on, America. Let's turn this political circus into an actual democracy. Who knows, maybe the next Will Smith versus Trump showdown will be at the ballot box instead of on Twitter.